Good afternoon. It's the 29th of September and it's a Friday here in Galston in Great Yarmouth. Not that kind of Christian trying to get on this week, perhaps even before Father Brett Murphy of Emmanuel Church Morecambe gets his usual dig in on his Friday roundup of Christian news. Here's a good one for you. Just a second and I'll tell you what this is going to be about. Do you or do you know anybody who suffers from PTCD? You've probably already seen it in the introduction. Post-traumatic church disorder. Have you been traumatized by a church, a religious group, a cult, or anything like that? Because there's a lot of religious groups, there's a lot of those people out there even calling themselves Christians who traumatize and hurt those around them. And if you've been traumatized and hurt by a church, an institution or something like that, please do add in the comments on this what happened to you. You don't have to tell your whole story, but I'm interested and I'd like to know, because I want to help people who have been traumatized by anything in their lives. Now, the politics aside on this one, I want to go through 23 characteristics very briefly of what Jim, who I got this from, calls toxic religion. And believe me, there's an awful lot of it out there, and I see more and more of it in what people I describe as Christian fundamentalists. Some of the stuff they say is truly toxic. See if you can identify with any of these. Now, this first one that Jim came up with, I particularly think is important. Claiming a close relationship with God while not actively doing your personal work to address brokenness that is harmful to yourself and others. Maybe sometimes we all do that, I don't know. But I've seen it on a lot of internet preacher sites. I've seen it on a lot of thundering Bible preaching, Bible thumping Christian preacher sites. So that's one. Here's another one I see quite a lot. Arguing theology to bolster your ego and being right about God. Maybe all of us do that to some extent, but this being right about God. I'm right because it says so in my Bible, and my Bible never lies, and it's absolutely true. Now, this one, I think, is an absolute classic for people like Father Brett Murphy. Disparaging people of different beliefs as a sign of devotion to your own. So many people like him and fundamentalist Christians and whatever do that. They disparage other religions as pagans. They disparage other Christians as well. In fact, not really Christians at all. In fact, heathen and apostate, and certainly not Bible believing. Here's another one, just randomly quoting, repressing individuality and demanding conformity. They absolutely hate individuality, and they will demand conformity to their beliefs, their way, their understanding of God. Just going to do a couple more, then I'm going to finish. Perpetuating a spiritual superiority class structure of clergy and laity. Father Brett Murphy. Class structure, superiority, power. Teaching a performance-based system of earning and maintaining God's love and approval. I've seen it so often in churches, and it's something people like that really need to work on trying to cure themselves of. And I'm going to end with one that I've seen so much in fundamentalist Christian circles at least, but in other circles as well. Denying other fields of knowledge such as science and psychology as a necessary means of personal growth and development. Absolutely. Denying science, denying psychology and whatever is all like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you that proper prayer and faith can't put right. You're not mentally ill. I've seen it so often. So there you go. Think about that. Do you know anybody, or are you suffering from post-traumatic church disorder? There is help available, honestly. Bye.